Well, the money must be yes, I told you the baby that I say I had the last segment I did a year bedroom on Adom TV, multi TV. So, my main emphasis when I was Namenda, Minia, and Pofu, a J, Menana so Quansum, Kokora say, and also Daka Kramen so, because J, my home or J, Bridge, kama. Emma bibia timi call kama ede emma wa wo hwe ne wa wuti masaba me dawase so gusu ewo ye mugidie na one eye multimedia brands nyina from Inshira to Love FM to Joy FM to Asempa to Hits FM to AM and then Joy News and afa Bedwem and Adom FM waka abo no agye nyina edi ene online nyina no oni edi djuma free sabe kopem say non kono ba pound minute edionu enum 9:25 ema hwa se o se obekoso ne matena even beyond 9:25 baba on the road to achiro national organizer for the new patriotic party oye emranim for dodona freno nana b ana enana pay ye ne no betwetwe enkomo brano se bere wo ma na won so atimi agebre na ebia na ko sambia na sa adwenkyere bi hono ma na watimi de abre na nakwaba
omahene abna asante
na bibia boko
kwabna mamini kan encha o mencha aye wadwumafo a no mu ye adwuma etrenti ye die entimi nya echeswa aye adwuma entino twediampo na ebeda na se se baby abedru die odi abedru yie aboye ho ban kwabna na me bompa ma amanyoyi bia ebrewe ye bra yetishan mu utwa nsu unamunsu ewe bo long distances unamusa enti ebrewe se ni ye bra me bompa ma amanyoni bia so NDC ni PNC ni se nyame emfa obi anko no bia mra ko kwabna kwan a yetwa no anya asem ketwa so obi katro se from Thursday, Tuesday now what a year Bono region. I constituency se wo then we will mako northeast by Thursday. Aba northern region, aba savannah na numere no ba besia ko voter region. Abraham news any make so
distance nya diketwa
besia ko voter region. A voter region go do ko hu no wasa etwa voter region afa pepo no so asa kwa ko wura aye vapor butuku enti obia emeki obia crisscross aye country no enti nyame na yebeda na se ebra ye wo no akusu ebo ye ho ban
I see
na waso yemu so nyame adoma.
Okay, so how are you coordinating being a national organizer and then being part of the campaign for a year more running meeting? How are you combining the whole thing?
Oh no, Kwabla say Juma. We say already in the campaign season, Biano, there's a structure in place. So, for instance, as the national organizer, I'm also the deputy director of operations for the campaign. And we're a national organizer because it's setting up a very broad-based team. So, for instance, volunteer groups. There were Virus is doing a very good job. Identifiable groups, Ira Onobukuju and Alfred Thompson.
Okay.
They are doing a solid job. Because ordinarily, say any election year, all of these responsibilities are part of national organizer or campaign. The wings are doing very well. And the campaign is set up and well structured in a way we have coordinators for the northern belt, middle belt, the southern belt, and some regional campaign team structures. So a boa ema ninina no ekoso. Into the campaign angasano we be 3 arms. There were the presidential campaign and there were the vice presidential campaign. And there was the parliamentary campaign. And ye really nina outside. So nyame adaroma igusu a ye bossa adwuma.
So nyame adoma party amode awo aban ne nkontabu no ebeba na wie ye nyame adoma 7th of December. Na is January no mo wie mbibia ne sa. So far in your 8th year, would you say it has met more expectation? Say the number by Bosha Moshe Ghana for baby Amudi Abedui. Would you say more this?
Oh yes. Kwabena Ayana me very very confident. I say otin kraya ana ebia one way abefi say wo ye adwuma na ebia nkofo na ehu ye na emi de sen krempo kra no nkofo hu adwuma ya pa. Unfortunately ye nya no totoro sa enya akwanside wo eye akwan mu na emom no oman ebra ye tisi mu pa ye campaign eye akwakoye testimonial campaign eye timamufo no na edi adanse e kire ye niema ayaye, and I'm so much happy. Yeah, recently I call Western North baby I call Western North bia I will win Swaman, Bia East, Bia West, Akontomra, Bodi crowd and you more to see and say Samson ehi, Uhuaye.
Clearly, you know these areas are not your areas.
It is not.
That is why you know that these areas.
That is why
you know these areas are not your areas.
But
it's not going to be possible. Oh, call Richard Chamber.
Sad discussion.
It's not going to be possible.
Sad discussion. We will have it again. NPP is flipping Western North. We are turning Western North. Market.
With what message? With what hope?
Every positive infrastructure I always seen will be a MPP. Akwanya a MPP. Every. Okwa Akontomra, kohwe hospital isi ho. Kona kohwe one district one factory bi si ho. Kona kohwe cocoa farmers so many age. And cocoa bag ton say 3,100 Ghana cedis. Omeni age. Every good road pabna from MPP aban na ye. Ofa Bia East Bia West so na kohwe kwan ye ni yito pepo no ho nchen ho sa ye de ko ngrana. So sometimes you wonder say NDC transfer ma ha no mo ne mo say ha yo stronghold. Yet every positive infrastructure Bia say a road, say a hospital. Ye ne dia ko. Say a adwuma omo ye nso no ye kua ya koko no nso no ye ne pagya omo sika mu pa.
And only the assurance of the two about Ghana.
Yes.
Is that what you think?
Yes. Kwabna obi obeka to say onhwe enema aban ayeso. Because yes.
One district.
I'm telling you.
And only
because unim obi ha akwan hu hian, that is why drip machines e de buy no. Eyi nkonya no. Drip machines e de buy no.
For the assembly.
I'm telling you because obi horuma akura ote no. Ohia kura so begusu tumama no. Ne hian so be siesie kwan ne kakra bi no timi aba kuro kase. And the last time we tried nsu afram. Na ye ko donkokuru. Na donkokuru me ko duye no. Otra tiase kakra na okwa na mo di machines iguso. Na enipa free omu nkura be gina kwan ho no mani age. Omo bosi. Ebosi. Afram Prince North and South. And this is a stronghold of the ND. Udru tiase a almost the biggest investment I have back constituency wo eye sa agena 111 is your hospital your boss we about 80% complete. Oh,
so what do you tell the people?
We are catch from say 2 year omo de man no ye shebo ye can free SHS ye ko bu contact re omo ne we are catch from ne sabe it ye ba ye catch say free SHS ye ka se ye de beba kwabna ene 5.7 million. What for some omenya so mfaso o mankuma omenya so mfaso. Every house in Ghana are benefiting from free SHS.
Maybe you have to deal with the mantra times are tough, businesses are collapsing, there's no money in the system. emo ye den ama na bro
obra onim obi age tuma no bia nso asa age atum say MPP ene ebetimi aye because every business person bia na oni ni bedi nkomo no da ene mo aye de ehwe ne hye ne mayi mu ne o mu gidi because mahama o mu ni gidi woni mu I'm telling you na nipa ebra na covid emaye Russia Ukraine war emaye o say businesses munya smart intina mu laying of workers o say onyi nkonya na ma adwuma ono no say yawe na munya na kadompe sa be na wiase atorenche ma yehu ni ehu bi sa wo o say senyina mu kane apese gina so a mo aboso mu ne tua bebre ka ho.
But we need to pay realistic prices. That was what
but
you were
that is
saying
what I'm
then.
saying. Yes, even that time no na you do so nkwa ono no say be prepared to pay more for electricity. And then nyame chade enfie nsun e kon wotwe. Yes, we've had some small challenges of our electricity supply, but ye dankaniem. First ananka meba ha multimedia nanka mo wo drums bi sia ankre bebre baby na mo de diesel pack egum na ebi wa na ebi wo mo car park na wo soro honom no. Na mo machines ye dede sa.
But if you continue to obey that comparison, I would say it's not.
It is very important. You know why?
It's a comparison what it
Because
we ye fang tokwa anakansi mienu ni nyina na we ye ku a uku ahwe omo baako na kakakra na edu million baako na ebro eye 400,000 e kire wo se Ghana for a certain GDP bi wo mumu a esesenka ehun sunsanso no Ghana for dodo na ehu. It is not a time to make a comparison that but for XYZ
abna mo kra no mo ye a comparison bi na mani je ho ekosi senso na se mahun so master ti rap constituency mu a mo hwe
enoma
na nya mo ye nya MPP na di first comparison atum dia ba nya MPP na di first. The last time dia me nya ho tie ni mani age me sende obi kwa me unu bia na me na me temo nka na me nam se kwa na me temo nka ana na twuma ye comparison owura Madina a school dying intervention in education in Madina EBT NDC intervention wa kwan mu ni ade EBT NDC even mu station kwa no mo the need say I was to me compare kwabna de kwantia comparison hu yan say Ira Mahama sabi onye nsu fufuro onye atade mu no onye atade e hye robe mu Ira Mahama oye nipa dada a wa be so mpen a enim ne nsa no adwuma e so kan asemo a ne ebusa ye ho say opani asemo a wo kan die enya se kwatre kwaso obema wontoma de ne tie ne din.
Now if you go on that tangent I'll come back Akore Vice you feel say he's learned a lot of lessons. What me no
me say
you admit say onya adefofo yes e adida dana na eba sa adida dana say mfumso bi e ba abiri bi atwam no makosua de madisua ni mu no me ba no kra me ma o sa akeke me de nyoma titiri mako be miensa na enan bi na eba ebe man sa kire e de aba o.
I don't quite many people be disappointed because then the perfect sense can experience ko penina accumulate our be vice pen or be president pen ka oba no ko the addition could be a top former and a former pie.
You know what goes into the big push?
What not yet Roman or offer $10 billion be buy a whole city buy.
It's a private investment.
No, can be there. Public private.
I'm saying that you know what goes into the big push.
Buy on the Neco Pescana Momo, big push. And I make a choice. This big push was something he championed 4 years ago. Even Owabe Mukwan or Kofa by no so $10 billion Hope City. Kwame and Kwabna it failed. Okay. All but for free and make us and confusion card for from movie.
What goes into 24-hour economy?
Is it a confused policy for you?
What is confusing about 24 hours?
It is here what is
confusing about
what to pa? Papa no air catch say.
In specific enumerate.
Yes.
But
nightclub.
Oh, there be.
And
there be some no buy mama
oh, Kwabna Sante. Kwabna. Me na kai. All mention the manifesto. Or no,
it's like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia saying it adds up to the fun of the game. It's like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia saying that. Then you money
what for Yaman in Tremont so different. Because what for Yaman?
No, I'm saying.
It's when you say you say be a communicator.
How do you feel? Say,
NDC president.
And I'm saying that how do you feel when Dr. Mahmoud Baumia says that? Hey, you know, it adds up to the game. So what I say. And you can take it on that.
Don't compare that. You are comparing apples with oranges.
So what's the meaning of that?
Maybe say Ira Mahama on one the 24-hour policy. Now our culture will say Obama night clubs. aye juma 24 hours tio o si urban so no o say ba be che enyum na kwabna utu kwan ya ko wiase afa na even New York, the busiest city in the world, ko ho anadwo one wo hu satutu shops mu ko ha anadwo one ko ba bia.
So what do you infer?
Ejo na make say confused. Look, 24-hour policy a byproduct of a certain policy. Now they be amitaka say digitization ayaka no so 24-hour economy because a day you don't have to go to NHI office be answer no akoko renew abẹ for kwan so yewura Mahmood Baomi adarumenti ene kwabro bi betimi atrane dem na wa ye aduane ono ane dem keke wa ye aduane set ne hia ne se ene Instagram yi wakoso wafa kwabna santi page o course wa no wa ye aduane wa package wi a baabi a obi a no ode abrew mobile money interoperability a yewura Baomi champion here nti ene wutimi sani sika e de ko baabi a location a yamana ye fo na abefo kwan so ntinu baabi a wo hye bia no wo send location a yetimi hu baabi a wo to betimi adwa edi se obiti eye kwame danso a na so befa nema wo kumase a kwabena hu hia so sa befa ka bi masa abawo ene because yama mobile money interoperability aye fo ntinu and once obesene ne wo hina nyina ma kwabena sante o ne kuta the biggest shop wa hye nema no de abuka mu na car no so de abre mo memakura na metua ka via mobile. This is what Dr. Baomi is championing. Usian kotra na club 24 hours na ba kun so be chire mo so ye beton watch 24 hours ba kun so be chire mo so ye benya mponko ne nsono ne njata ne asebo pudon.
But why are you picking on those things?
Na me you communicate.
No, but say ye superior ade bit ma bo man and who can
no cheche mu no me confused
no
doctor one my man be different doctor Ayensu no one now interview no doctor I'm sorry Grace Ayensu.
Dr. Grace
wow program so
yeah
kwabena wow program so na ma meeting wo bu sama me ne question kwa ne bofu ya ma ne ka say wow 24-hour economy na say be wa dream so wa dream from wow program so I watched that program omi no mo de send wow program so na me amenu Felix e be trans ka say e be ton watch 24 hours na watch no kwa ton here for 24 hours when o ko mi krom session na ko ton watch ne ton ho na ko ton 24 hours ho na be ton and 24 hours now you telling us teachers they say a public wage bill I can say a swing. It's 24 hours and also now by also control it two my teacher for outside 24 hours until crown be go school e be call anopa na bia kwa wia na bia kwa homache ana. It is the most confused, the most disjointed, the most disorganized policy ever to be presented by any presidential candidate. Omuntimi explaining na say abranche ba ko bia me say oyi na me say asre kakra e fen say DKB e say oye advert bi e de amom regarding 24 hours omukra ba ombe yi na di ombe yi ni man policy ba ko mo communicators mu kwa na mo yi omedi policy ba ko obi o affiliate to mu e be chimu na mo yi na di okoya advert bi say o 24-hour economy ni ehwa na mo national communication director this statement ba say omusre obi aso obi anye advert bi amom because the advert was very bad.
But was it sanctioned by the party?
If it was not sanctioned by the party. Invite man about communication like mo campaign lunch or tamale obe gina ho e declare ma mo say ono ba be adwuma mo entertainment or that we no to ba be adwuma ma mo ana ma friend officially diaba na nipa no sisi ade o twa video de ba so de be support mo mo so won kam ho policy ba ko pe.
So Dr. Mahmood Baomi obeying
adia ba ko a besesa Ghana digitization. Now apart from that Yewura Mahmood Baomi or vice president no he's championed 34 policies. Now say you are doing taxi drivers or your problem solver. Where taxi drivers you say Uber ni boat ni hwan face you out. No. Now let's also put you guys on an app. And you bama a brilliant thinking. We are not saying you're to free our more Ghana. We needed to have local something generated from us. Then also say China or generate app as I did among. Think through it. I mean, there's a problem solver. Yeah? And then Adeba Kupa will be a conwasem. A dreadie any BBR, your taxes. Why are fast with your taxes? And you're too primitive. We need to move beyond it. And taxes they go na kwakwa purchase nkiti bebre. Ewura dey say flat. Ya ba, ya hwe odwuma wo ye. E calculate ma flat nti nya afa na kwabena sante wo ye business. Na no kwakwa tuawe, ukotuawe. E no kwa no emma o business no kwa no stable. And the business community they've bought into this. And now kwakwa file tax you have to go through a whole lot of laborious processes. Na ye for and that be. Yeah, ye be bia be for kwan so. You limited the human interface. Say na yezu obi ba betena wo hall shop na afa no be kenkan on e ma na ama
as you go around. Again I'm catch Ghana for on this matter of the dollar to the cedi. More around then I'm to
dollar to the cedi is a problem for you. And no kwasem ne say enye Ghana, every country a currency ban attack after the COVID Russia-Ukraine war. Ghana specific. And nunti na wahwe a nanka yesidi nanka ya until say Russia COVID Ukraine war set in. Ade pa kwa yeru aba womia. E de ba ya ye say nipa bebre na no e buy into it. Aye how a yebesi ama ye gold no. Yen koton raw sakeke na mum kra na betimi di age forest. And that thinking was smart because unim kwabna senkenya sade na anka babi anke ne nam no.
So there's no magic one as we speak now.
No, there is.
That the 16 can come to 13 or 12. There is not.
Oh no, me I have a lot of hope. Say yesi na say wahwa fetch mo a grade and come wahwa the economy no is coming. I have a lot of hope. Say the city will come down because of how we are managing it. Me senia yewura mahama no one position of managing economy. Say nei nankasa aswohye ene ensu ebufa so awe wiase nyina economy na nkese ne sa ka Ghana wu Ghana bo because when you be pay me hu ye every na some problems when nyama enya
yemfa nei yemfa mahama de ne
babna unuma no kontia
you do be case because you una wo de eko me yemfa wo nkasa
that be kwabna na hu hie o body pan person sa ba biem
when you step out there and you are campaigning to potential voters for your party but when there a discourse you need to tell us any ye wo mankase wo ne John Mahama Nkuntebu any ye wo Nkuntebu a ubu ache Ghana because wo gina bibi so just when I'm done you can correct
okay
because wo gina bibi so na de bae sa bibi na wo gina so bae no sa fapem ne dodo na mu aye mere kakra it is the assurance is that o nya kwanya ba biema e kwan be na be fa so a dodo na emu aye mere no betima tintim na emu emia kakra that's the point
kwabna ne dikan obia no crowd bia na nim say before COVID set in say oh crowd nyema aba o container wotua akosra na $1,004 akosra na $1,004 kwabena nesa wo container wotua list $14,000 $15,000 and you are aware because you are a businessman and no you are controlling. And you're in your control. The external shocks we have suffered, and you're in your control. But what I'm trying to say is that it is important that in this campaign season, when a former president is seeking to come back, we must go back. Now, peja the records, even when we did not have such global catastrophe in terms of our economy. Because Ebrana. Russia-Ukraine war emaye na COVID emaye kwa nipa ne say yesi kasem no yare ama na kadompe and it is very instructive sa torrenche mo nyina maye no ene se nka be ka ho de a ene nki yewu atorrenche mo nyina maye no nie da dunso mu 4 to 5 years. It is very important for us to make this statement, but atorrenche bi ba ye kwa no yetimi aso ma ne nyame ncha de ye da nyina mu kanem atorenchem no emaye no under yewura mahama penso no teacher training allowance kwabdo otwamu nursing training allowance otwamu in fact subventions kakranka krapamba na ngede ma tertiary students and etimi tua mo water bill ne electricity bill kwan obeyi free hospital ntimi tua ni nyina ye hu ye and then free SHS and kora 5.7 million na nya so faso kwabna se me calculation ni kirewa say akra bia na wo kosisi on akra bia na wo wura school must say because now see yeah placement no averagely could be to be 18,000 and then admission books uniform feeding utility bills however this is what Nanado and MPP government you rubber me di and media code what's 18,000 Ghana cedis and then capital admission fee kwa banan capital be 4,000 Ghana cedis feeding say 15 Ghana cedis a day no calculated by the number of days akwa na be kwa kodi e school no tua saade we nyina no MPP aban yafa yentwa mu me kwade nanka ade anam yema hye me pan say tama na esikasem e ho akire no I thought that it was going to affect the free SHS bakwabena 7 years nie wa wonu apani yewura matopoku prempe na po a champion in free SHS e man buy 5.7 million anya so mfaso. So when somebody says that I will not invest 2 billion Ghana cedis a year in free SHS, where you are John Hamana kind.
He has other priorities equally important.
It is never
equally important as the free SHS.
Policy bang and obia bapa affect Ghana ha efie BM. See a check national cake and ye check na so obia benya bidia. Policy bang pa obia bobia championia. If you be able to
but when him there on actually sleeves mu we are then say also no na buy also and ogidi say okuta say sika so na maybe
that is why he must be rejected.
Why?
Because the priority in free SHS.
But the priority is to review free SHS.
Review no become only review no
patrol. Not to do it the way
Momo then no free is free. Free na nya kan bibia kwa no school no man bibia o turn the trunk na free is free. Ono ne ban free na no me mo na court try say wo chechim omo free ne say kwamna wo ye hwa wa ho fe your space so your atade so your watchable wo ye adwuma multimedia wo senior man to betimi atua na ye wo free enti ye behwe tax system no manalize me no ye behwe obi a tax otua ye hu tax otua na ye hu sika ye dey eba wonsem ye hu sika eba wonsem de na say wo hu
ya say overburden in terms of sika sem na say wo no betimi afa kwan
bi say wo na wo tua tax de ma ban no na sem fa so de be pa na betimi nya there be enwan school no there's no bigger investment than investing in your child.
Okay.
In terms of education.
Babenka was a national organizer for the New Patriotic Party. Nana B, lawyer Nana B, and Menene and common. There a lot of your text messages in terms of questions I am from. I don't know. I want to say but Nana, yeah, back to our conversation. Text messages be very about making kind of amount as a party. Two things. I'm sure we are very worried about it. Not even the government as a party, because when I'm a war, a buying notice, you know. On the issue of Galamsey, confusion, yeah, basa or minima, when you make a can't tease you for that ma. Na a buying son among 2 or 2 and many more Mamunya out of Sony GDB. The toss will be here, yeah, mash be dream. New man, IBC Basama, a buying business, a Koran so, a phone kakra. As a party, there na mo ya fa ho
Parliamentary session for Parliament. You are Abin Babin. A breaker crea key. Say one shey pa na because already he is going down as the worst speaker ever.
What's the basis for that?
Yes, Samiba. Already. Oh, Ankasano, you were born out of chaos. Oh, say and Tokwa about Parliament. Debbie, exactly. It's in one case Obano. Now there was tension our Parliament overnight in Tokwasi, they been see that. And now they buy. So my thinking is from how he came, tension do Parliament.
What has he done wrong?
Say aka few months ababeko wo se wo de wo pay declare seats be vacant and then one man confirm no crowd there are no more MPs who pay your verdict at the buy na person turns on come MPs be pay your verdict at the buy no
vacant
yes wo na wo say omunye MPs be because omunye MPs are then there's no need for what is going on a needless call. You are the speaker. Yeah, you're running a year 4 years and over, 1 month. Why do you create such chaos? A call, Supreme Court relax. It will cry also to me because you are the leader. Who also do to me because look, the status quo must remain. Send the city and one 7 court. And then that is why I say so one here or yen this in India but maybe I don't get what we see no. Now NDC will mukrana ma omino and now I come some more. And the speaker Onijo. Now our parliament to frena we makwa trana we makwa try in the quiet. That is why I make us say a breaker crane when redeeming him he will be remembered as the worst speaker ever. Na breso na a chaos.
But what would have been the challenge in our party and Timianko Marshibijum? Because Mentias
no Abraham call Marshibijum na NDC for
but you make a case to the speaker.
Case when you make it to the speaker. The speaker sabi anyado sabi akronto. To ba ya hu se nkofo bi omotene enye nkofo omotene. Tell na ye penny na ntimi kan.
Na won shase entidi na
ye shase nkomodi be ne shase bi. Upi we bra dem.
But what was wrong to make a case at the minority side?
They ntini nkokro why should we even enter there? We see when any panel nim say Supreme Court akasa say unso na wo court na unso say obetrem no when we say minority for no baby omote no enye ho no so omote na kefe o an ka be cut say look before you start with it enye mo na omote as some kind say enye no responsibility so be check sitting arrangement but you are the leader, you are the speaker of parliament. The speaker of parliament is the leader of parliament. You can't arms of government now you can't the legislature now you are the leader. It is a no big country or say we no also sitting arrangement no. But who the leader not a sitting arrangement the problem be bar. It is your duty to intervene. But that is the excuse he gave. That is not his duty. So we are sitting arrangement. That is what I'm saying.
When did he say uncle for the make a case?
You come make a case. Who cannot so be a time be out for here. Was you come make a case? Case been come make him. You as the speaker or by if I be omudi a war on young for go and that is why I make us say the speaker on here is going to go down as the worst.
So what's the best approach at this time?
Minimum the unfair leadership now. Supreme Court akasa. On control said this is what the Supreme Court akasa. Into Ghana how be a shamrana say. Obia we a president to your wine. Which is Supreme Court. Supreme Court akasa. As no say yama bibia and what's in your wa. To me say we are now we are quite we are the obiantra baby ote. Now the young as a baby of simple. How is this going to affect your integrity? How is this going to affect your performance as a leader? You are basing one way, on the declaration from the courtroom. What is your problem? No, talk so 1 month pay. And about ne kwako to aba.
On illegal mining.
Illegal mining. Say Yura Matopuku Prempe. At the suggestion be by all political parties in now also signing a certain pact. Among yourself, na idea with no Kwabena and idea. Because Yura Mammy Jane a court bogoso no okoso oba or monsa. Say we need a candidate Montanity. Okoyans was obi o any mining be a better so be a bear dear. But a bank cry no be beautiful from. Oba no pejane sasa no so ya woni to galamsey mu. Ono galamsey no wa ya aba bi sine. Oh bogos. So when you have your own operatives, almost call the mining sectors to go and encourage people. Ade omo ye no. Then oba o say galamsey. We need to have that political will. Because as a political party, knowing very well how illegal mining affected you in 2020, you will not go that line again. David.
What line?
Omo feeding on galamsey or mining area, mining activities. 5 million. 5 million. if we are championing a certain agenda, it should be say we shouldn't mine in river bodies. Mayen ko nsuom nko nkotu agudie no. Mayen ko kwayem. Enko say kwaye without permission. Niye mo ho bai. But for somebody to say yambane all forms of illegal mining there, there be insida. Omonkoso nyo omojuma.
But on our BEM, you have a responsibility. I don't have that responsibility.
No, that is why
ours is to
so we are doing what we have.
You have to make it unattractive.
What we have said is that as for river bodies, they be protected.
That's how river bodies it's happening.
Oh,
it's because we have had ineffective and inefficient governments. That's the point. Nobody stops anybody. Nobody stops anybody from mining. My that
was the call from organized labor. Organized labor,
well, clearly they were saying that all forms of
exactly.
But I'm saying that I disagreed with them, saying that we can look at specifics. Import a bit more licenses and Kazakwano. I'm for Kotipa to the Dijuma.
Abraham said, Media, a foot time no woman, you say, in so many quiet mudia.
Beyond that, beyond that, by the way, Ashesa, Nyomana, beyond that, what do I know?
That is why we have empowered the
we empowered them from 2001 up to point.
We will continue to empower them.
And it's not yielding the needed results.
Oh, I think it's helping for now. Now see a cockroach, we say a boy. River bodies near that, we say they are guarding.
But we are aware the danger it has posed for us as a country.
Oh, we have been aware. Long time, you say over 50 years.
But Mama years are dear no. This is solve a problem. Mama say, Kobana say 30 years in 20.
Oh no, there be Obianka saying me you. Obianka saying me Yegusua ye pe anusibre yinyina. And I make say one of the things was a depoliticization of the mining.
Whether we politicize or not, the point is that there's a government in power.
But government in power that's politicizing.
If you make it unattractive,
but you see,
to the extent that people are
in 2020 when we went after illegal miners, right? NDC for call these mining areas to tell them that
but someone show me.
As I speak, 800 cases. Some people have been jailed because of illegal mining.
Mining side because we will allow you to practice illegality. But at that point, what did the agencies do about it? We have over 800 I'm saying specific because it's like
some have been jailed.
What have we done as a country to these two specific people?
What have we done? So
because references are made to them all the time. That they are one of the issues. But if we use them as a means, Omo ye campaign mo de bia dadam jo ye campaign wo ha no
I'm
saying that proposal if it comes from me then you
that proposal push it.
But if we want to do that it means that obi anka de mo obi anka
they make count much but
if you keep making reference that these personalities contribute to
so
what do we do about it? But you see
that is why I make I said then the best thing is that let's stop it.
How do we stop it?
That is why I will go by a proposition that look, let's have a pact. All political parties must commit. Yes, must commit. Say, look, yes, sign it, BB. I just say political will. Yeah, the air actually. Sometimes, we have the finest laws. But you need that political will. And but you need that is why Parliament, your opposition, and your party in government, your other political parties. If you say I don't know a national canker, say a bind BIS O2 now opposition party at the campaign Tiano. That's how buying a elusive vote in the mining areas to the benefit of the opposition party. Jesus, I'm entering two more for some ranting for so. Omungosu, and your majuma, name say a quiet in so much, Debbie, but Omungo
Debbie. You need to be specific with the advice out there, man. Omungosu, Majuma says,
Omunto with you.
Whether licenses or no licenses.
Oh, there be licenses.
How do you make a statement like that?
Oh,
Omungosu, for what reason? No, but how can you say that? No.
You are a lawyer. That's what you make us say. your license be kind and one more amukuto mo license ne Mr. Don't step out of your boundaries. Your juma.
Now caution them that when you step out of these boundaries, but are you uncomfortable saying that? Look into the camera and tell them. Illegal miners.
Something okay. Now vote no your obi your idiot your suffer there with you.
So at the expense of the country, that's what you are betting.
At the expense of the country. That's what I'm saying. We should depoliticize. I'm saying
it's not about depoliticization. It's about you have the power to stop it. It's not about depoliticization.
The power to stop it is also say you be ye among yourself free. But that is what I'm saying. It's already in your clear laws. Also, kuta on krata na di ejuma. Men kunsu, men kokwayim. Obi anye na ejuma.
I'm not okay with Obi anye na ejuma. National organizers who follow Erastus in common. Who follow Erastus in common?
Erastus.
Who follow no?
So anye na ejuma.
But what follow Erastus in common?
Oh, follow Erastus.
To the extent that just some 2-3 weeks back, for maybe lack of a better word, just that.
Oh, them one. Oh,
is it a papa? So what do you tell Erastus?
No, Erastus.
You encourage him to.
Erastus, you Juma correct. So, bring it.
So watch the video now. But this is horrible.
But
I don't think you want to encourage this. Look at the video.
No, bad. When you also you'll be a friend of reclamation. It may be I say now also it me championing more. Maybe a tutua. Yes, say quietness and also your man.
So an advocate for reclamation or for people to practice.
No, I said that and also reclamation. We need to bring back.
But I'm saying that so you're advocating for reclamation.
Reclamation is
excluding illegal miners operating. Or
no, I'm not saying illegal miners should operate. No, they should not. But I'm saying so wow illegal be and men consume men kokwayim by your wajuma.
Okay, so you by your electoral commission so commodi. Na you're the national organizer for the New Patriotic Party.
No, I'm saying for now.
But I have cautioned them that I cannot be used as a yardstick, say reference point, say minimum mine, and running me be there, No, but don't take us for granted. You're talking like Dr. Obeni Kogubo, anybody know?
Me say so be good license there. Onye na juma. Omo good license no they must be regulated. Na hwe be omoko na say community mine dey buy na boa. Ko no ye hwe area wo se woko. Kwabra mo nyo juma. Nipa 5 million and a video on mining Ghana 5 million. 5 million did you organize on illegal mining.
Nipa 5 million.
Yeah, regulating ye.
Nipa 5 million also emro nipa 36 also.
No, I'm say 5 million ye regulating ye. Go for 5 million also munya sunsanso so 36 million also. Eti omo ye regulating ye. Say na be 5 million no betimi. Edidi na ekono.
But omodi dey should not be at our expense.
That it should not be illegal. I agree with you. Ten regulating ye na koso but omonyo mojuma.
All right, you're going to try one about Electoral Commission and other conversations member up one say national organizer, New Patriotic Party, Nana B, lawyer and administration command Yakwaba. Because there was a Sewajibra share bedroom on Adom TV, multi TV. So Mijidi say the next 15 minutes maybe to me the idea and como na etimi national organizer Sam Natua Nejuma Odi. So this is your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power. Therefore, about 2 hours, we count down some few days more. Na yeko research and as yeko upgrade. Maybe be yako kama. Ade biya makai when say let's start preaching peace. Yema yakasa ye ne ye ya namuntu bibiya ye biya no. Emuntiminda ho fine enfama na bibiya nko kama enfama. National akwa baby.
Yes, sir.
Well, yabako electoral commission is same so there, but I don't know what you really so what does it mean?
Wadama. Kwa brawe de mamenye me voter education. Brief kakrabi. Ashafo na etiefo nyina be hu ballot ya we sample we dummy ballot paper na esre ye ma me nom obi a mo fi bia abaya kwa to December 7th e beto no miinu baako for mampani baomia ono da number 1 na wokọ na ye declare ne ma wo se a Mr. Wa hwese achire no eye easy for no de omo tumi krata no e de esi achire eno
omo de stamp
abo achire eno ho hia ye pa se unya wie sa pe ne ate e de assurance ma hwe odi nya wie ate de assurance na wokọ na se wo to na Mr. Onsane se we se na wo de ahwe 1 no ho no wato ama number 1 enti bia Ghana fa na bia nso bia yewura Bawumia da number 1 no ho na ye parliamentary candidates nso mo so ye number 1 but you two year paper wonsa ehu hia o 2 year paper wonsa na nanse nipa bonefo ntino wo konso aya no ahwe se yensi eye paper no etrase na bia wakokoto afiase eno ahwe a na wakokoto ma bi foforo hwe se de bia no eye wahu ahyenso osono ahyenso de no na wahu yewura Bawumia nso anim na wo de onsa tim so but you wie na obobo na membobo ni sei dabi besrewa abobo ni sei ne tintimu hwase ne tintimu a se ne be ya abato no ensei enti ni mobi ankai yewura next president Muhammadu Bawumia or number 1 the parliamentary candidate nyina o constituency biamu so no number 1 uwia no abompaye e de aguso number 1 ejina ho mahan ejina ho mpuntu ejina ma ho ma nkanko.
Okay, so we party in common. Yambra back to national issues. Electoral Commission money omo so far we okay with BBA na kwaso are they going by what they promised us as a country and as a party?
So far yente problem bia. Final register no mo dia maye enti yuguso aya analysis. So far ye encounter problem bia. Se bibiba e be ma easy for us wate. Ahomboaboa na ye wo so. Yeni abriye pa omo obia o said ne fan titiemu bia ma yen MPP ya de o ma fa titiemu so we are preparing ourselves for the DD enti yen your side here yeni matete enkumu bi afri NDC for regarding
that's what come ba so say omo do omo
minima de kwenti ka che mu ye na nka me comment
no omo kire se krata ni muani nyina no enya dia se nyoma e break down say bia nipa dodo say to ha e ma dodo say we mu say no sa break down no enya dia wo ho a omo nyoma dwene say
ntomo mo as a political party den no mo ye tomo do mo nya hwe person mo to na aduane e fidi omo na so mo nya hwe
adakaza
no I'm surprised you know
he's giving me a register without
the break it down
but is it not fair? It's not
I don't know never bibia as mo ye nkura do me I don't get it
bacho what the krata ma me krata na odi ama me no masima me ka cho nyina etia wa
it is here asema we pen on more krata de mamo no and when you and for hobby
but yen we no answer what is the challenge with that request no
oh me
they requested and then this is mo my break akra afi ahwe anyway atena wa ahwe ma
yeah nim offer regional your regional breakdown ha any by a breakdown of 2024 voter yeah sakan ya na yeah there eti wo Greater Accra by Ashanti East and Central your breakdown
that's okay cause Robert kan nyina akire say wo dey taza
oh that be me fante yeah woni nyina said adoso ba say me kan metimi kan nyina akire adoso
enti why mu breakdown
yeah breakdown
as a
from
party.
Greater Accra total nyina no 18,774,159 yeah because simple etibi hu special voters right mo nyina you woni nyina your breakdown ha breakdown.
If they are not satisfied, the election cannot also be
well me nya dia mekasa ma electoral commission there but we dey say nya dia dey emede say substantially no we hear issues o mu raise here I dey call Alisa ya ene menye sure say ni nyina na sa wo we say mu bi exactly it means say electoral commission a progress from there so that is okay now what they are asking is a breakdown. That is why I make us say, come here, say, Bibi as omope, Bibi omope na aka keke. Oh, they are always not satisfied. But easy being that's fine. But I think that they should also not be lazy. This is something you can do. About document now. You can also have your own people.
What has been the norm? That easy about where to you know.
The way I would do hard drive.
There's no breakdown.
Breakdown beyond.
Are we sure about that?
Tomorrow, oh, breakdown Bianca. In fact, you say easy and say a registration now. Almost a website and normally breakdown about the number of female young first-time voters. Normally they are normally but this is a bulky document. So be out the hard drive kwa na e de agusu e de amount say be kan say nkan maybe o ma requesting easy some of them that is fine but what we are saying as a serious political party we have done our breakdown we have done all of these things are in Yambria the amount regions no so mfanye yeah here bibia the amount regions no so yeah
so how often do you guys interact with the security agencies on be sure about to so by mo no yengita odi
ebu ha IG every meeting say o ma set up as far back as I think was beginning of the year kana IG set up a task force in fact a whole body for the elections not even for these elections no crowd or the political parties said the two your name say there is a body or mo be share elections so more representatives no near there yeah they first one near there so that I know is ongoing. I know say we will be having series of meetings as a party yeah your reps on the security committee omushia all the time. If they request some mushia national executives we always make ourselves available to them. Yes, yeah.
We are just about wrapping up, but maybe that's a part of the conversation. I can give you 4 minutes of our time. Now, 2 minutes now, wrap up. Into Ebiana question Bibusa, national organizer who is a part of the running mates campaign team and also a deputy
operations director
for the campaign. 0302 211 701 equals 4 specific.
Question me vice presidential candidate no
vice presidential
candidate no presidential wom because nyame yadoma nipa na ba be vice president enti we have vice presidential candidate na was a vice no presidential no no ben enti no running mate in the amount so running mate e tell me nyimrika ne kwakutu the vice presidential candidate na sunsumu
eno na yode
eno na sunsumu to the udru NDC for so no aka e say omo running mate here ma nana that's fine but napodium is raw you know vice presidential candidate oh enra so no doma enra call doma hima ho ekochia doma hima ye no be ye stakeholders engagement Ashanti region ni all our communicators youth organizers women organizers no musha ye empower and we have series of meetings right this week from last week now only we Western North all the 9 constituencies in Western North. Last 2 weeks, and we Western North. The week after, Nira Bono Rumu, and yeah Bono region. We Bono East now, so I have a region now, and your call Northeast Kochia Nayiri, and your bar Northern region Yendi Ebecha Yana, and your call Domongo, Kocha Yabongura, and now obeisance our call.
Okay, so join the conversation 0302. 211 701 equals 4 0302 211 701 equals 4. Then we wrap up with the national organizer, the New Patriotic Party, and Pewajibre, NAA, Arbitration Komo. And then Charles, good morning. I'm to say. Yes, sir.
My first question, so now Minda, my boss, I say. Henry na Nabwache, and someone will be chimo me free banda. Someone will be chimo HSA. Nadrimudo. The party knows also I am the near so. Inshallah, no ma a guacamono, the BSS MPP, Yedia Sumji, and a Quacotua Bay. A buying so quite so we are winning the elections. It will be about what who should be beer, will be another horn yet, my day. Nakaka, inshallah, we are winning. Manana B. What's a strategies our war and the crowd of Faswa when you do our swat and Mishano.
All right, yeah, that's CP Benjamin Akwaba. I want to say, great.
Na mebo eye NPP no so na masuna jumapa o ye no mo manga na no senya ni si kon me pese mu se o ye jumaden camp mo manga na intino senya be na ebitumi abona baso intino na me ka se was saying na ko December 7th na ko to abana ye to number 1 implement people na pian kon campaign.
All right, and that's the final caller Kuje. Is it Kuje or Kuje? You know
Kuje.
Kuje, yes. I just say
Kuje Katamanso New Land.
All right, yet you.
Kuje. I friend Kuje. Nyamya Dumboko. me pa cho we pese me bisa me boss atem na me tiro adibia me hu e twa me so e me ya e san se ya hwe TV so a ya campaign no advert a omo ye nyina no o wa na DPD ba ko pe na ye nyanu mo die egusu bebre na ye adenti na ba ko pe na ekano me hu a me ya kakra me pese me bisa o ja
okay so that's so 2 minutes wrap up
I menu concern or the basis here onua wadaruma yasom memma communication outfit of the party no so who say concern intino yempeja ye adverta ye yenimu o my medase ba my medie aba ye kwakotui yempanifo mienu panifo mienu no nyame ncha de omumienu nya so ye vice president pen ahokeka na ewo yura mahama mu ebra no ye vice president yenya yenim o se ono de na okọ social events eyie nom ne eyini ade na okọ yura ba omia so be vice president yi o de eniema hodo aduasan enum ase no di tu be kan 35 policies our champion yura mahama eye 0 ebiem so fa sam panifo mienu ya yura mahama ne nsan no adwuma yehu na ye kon na da fom na enye kra yehu yura ba omia ana medical ka no oye vice president mpo no eniema watimi aba ode aba yehu ahenha ye no eye dutwam
all right
so wo safa 1 minute wo safa educational MPP yetwa NDC bebremu ene health ene nam vision ka ba mi akanje na won ho asempa ka me du wuwura ba bebre be bia no ye fa akwan a ye yie wo Ghana ha babra na se makase mu program bu ha na mu de akọ Ghana na nkofo ankasa no ama me hu niema yaje e wo Ghana ha se te me stress na me di kan na no number 1 yura Muhammadu Bawumia eda number 1 Maro mfi kacha na abrewa obi o fi obi ase number 1 okwa onhwe number 1 ho ma na hwe baabi abiem onhwe baabi a osono ne da no ma na hwe baabi abiem no nto mento nse
okay so Nana B lawyer thank you so much for your time nyame admech na ebe share no say beyond bedroom Adom TV or no mapa bebre edema mo makra mo medam ase nyame admech na